today's learning goal. Will you come over here with me? I can problem solve by writing a linear equation using point-slope form. So our linear equation will end up in slope-intercept form, but we will still continue to use point-slope form to get there. And so on page 278, we are going to look at the check it out problem, number 5. Okay, so would you locate that one, please? Very bottom of the page. Okay, who would like to read for us, please? Loud and clear. What if? Adam? Okay.
I first different newspaper, the cost to place and add for 1 week are shown. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that represents this linear function. Then find the cost of an ad that is 21 lines long.
Okay. So, thank you, Adam. We have a newspaper, and being able to place ads in it. You pay by the line, it appears. So, if you put a 5-line ad in, Talia, how much is it going to cost you? $17.25. Yeah. Now, the first thing they wanted us to do was write an equation in slope-intercept form, right? So, when we see a problem like this, we have a table, and in that table, it's actually providing for us 3 points, 3 ordered pairs. So, what's one of the ordered pairs that we could write down that would be a point on the line of this graph?
3.
Ordered pairs 3. What?
0. A.
So in other words, it doesn't cost you anything to put 3 lines in
No,
that.
3.
That one's free?
12.75.
Yeah, 12.75 or $12.75. There's one of our ordered pairs. And here's how we can decide if that's a good choice for which one should be the x value and which one should be the y. Remember, the x is like the controlling one. It says, by determining me, the result is this. So when you decide how many lines to run in your ad, that's going to determine how much it's going to cost you altogether. So the number of lines ends up being our independent variable, our x value, and the total cost for it will be our dependent variable, our y value. Okay, go ahead and write the other 2 ordered pairs that are given in that table. So when you're doing your homework today, you only have 4 problems to do, and I would expect that you will take the time to write down all the possible points from the information given. So we should have 3 ordered pairs, which are 3 points on a line. And our first goal is going to be to find the slope. So we're going to find slope, and we get to use any 2 of them that we want. So which 2 do you want to pick out to use?
5, 17, 25.
So you said that twice.
What?
I thought I heard the same point twice.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the
Okay.
first one I was trying
Somebody else gets to pick the other one. What do you want to use for the other point? Blake?
3.
Okay. So right now, let's assign them their roles then. Since we named this one first, let's let it be at the x sub 1, y sub 1. And the other one can be our x sub 2, y sub 2. So in our slope formula, what gets subtracted upstairs?
Down. You mean
12.75 minus the 17.25. And then the 3, take away the 5. Okay, I'll let you use your calculators. If you can't do this in your head, I'd like you to do it in your head if you can, but. basically, if you have $12.75 and you try to give away $17.25, how short are you? Is it negative 550 or negative 450? Which one is it?
450.
Yeah, it's a negative 4.50. Yeah, good job. 3 take away 5 downstairs is negative 2. Okay, a negative, we don't need our calculator now. No, now we don't. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. $4.50 divided in half is 2.25. 2.25. Okay, so we just found our slope. So now that we know our slope, we'll move down to our next step, which is our writing an equation in point slope form. So m equals 2.25. Remember, we got 3 points to choose from. Sydney, you get to choose the point we're going to use this time.
10 and 28.50.
Okay. $10, $28.50. So the rule of this is x sub 1, y sub 1, right? Because now we're going to do point slope form. So we're going to do y subtract 2850 equals 2.25 times x subtract 10.
You would add the opposite.
We're going to change it to add the opposite. Because we're just going to stay in that habit because of, negatives and subtractions can create problems if we don't know how to use them properly. Okay, what's our next move?
You would times the 2.25 by the x and negative 10.
What's that called that we're going to do right here? Distributive property, yeah. So the left side we're not going to do anything on. There's no distributive property to do on that side.
We don't need to label the point slope forms then?
We don't need to what?
Label point slope forms?
No, I'm going to let you off the hook there. We've been practicing that a lot, and I'm hoping that now it's ingrained. What's a positive times a negative? I'm taking 225 times
You make
negative
that
10.
negative.
Negative. Well, you don't need a calculator here. When you multiply by 10, what do you do with the decimal? One place to the, not back, to the right. When you're multiplying, you go right. When you're dividing, you go back. So we're multiplying, so it would be negative 22.5. Or, since it's money, I'm going to put a 0 behind that. Make it $22.50.
And then you would add the opposite of 28.50 to the other side.
Yeah, so we're going to add 28.50 to both sides, right? Y is by itself now. $2.25x is going to say that, and plus what? 6. So it's $6, right? But, okay, we can leave it just as 6, that's fine. There's our equation in slope-intercept form. Now, even though they did not ask us to do this, there are going to be times in your homework that they are going to ask you, so I want us right now to evaluate what do those numbers tell us in that equation. So that x is being multiplied by the 2.25. And remember, what is x representing in this problem? What's x in this problem?
10.
No, what's the x representing this problem? Is it the number of lines or the total cost?
Number of lines.
Isn't it the number of lines? Look at our ordered pairs. Isn't x the number of lines? Okay, and then y is the total cost, right? Okay, so anybody think they know what either the slope or the y-intercept tell us in this situation? what are you talking about? 2.25, the slope, or the y-intercept of 6? Which one?
The y-intercept is like when 6 is when there's 3. I don't know. It's confusing. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we've done both of these things before, you guys. Before we've had to say what do the slope and what do the y-intercept represent in a problem. And we know what the points are in this problem. We know what this problem is about, so we need to have an understanding of what does that 6 tell us. So remember yesterday we had, quite a time remembering when you have a y-intercept, what is the x value? For our y-intercept, what is the x value? 0. So that would be 0 what? 0 lines. So before you even tell them how many lines, once just to place the ad in the paper without even any lines yet, how much is it going to cost?
$2.25.
No lines yet. It's going to cost, no matter how many lines you put in, you're going to pay $6 to start with. So there's a one-time fee of $6 to run this ad in this newspaper. Okay? What's the 225? The 2.25 tell us? For every line, it costs $2.25, right? Every line costs $2.25 plus that $6 one-time fee they're going to charge you. Okay, so it's going to be important that we can describe sometimes in our homework the slope and what the slope and y-intercept represent. I'll send Mrs. Crevis to know. He's math testing on the lab. Can you go see if you can help out? Because you're really familiar with it. Okay, so me leaving. Okay, use the equation to find y, the cost when the number of lines is 21. That's the other part we were supposed to do in this. So let's write our equation down first. Here's our equation that represents the total cost of running an ad in the paper based on the number of lines. Well, we have to find the cost if we're going to run a big ad, 21 line in. What are we going to do? We're going to put it into the x, aren't we?
Yes.
Lines is the x value, so we're going to substitute 21 in for x. I'll let you use your calculators. Because the first thing we need to do in this is figure out what's 2.25 times 21.
47.
47.2. Will you guys check him out? Don't let us make a mistake here. Don't be not sure checking out your calculators. Is it $47.25? Yeah. Okay. And then plus that $6. So not 51. 53.25. So $53.25. So we're going to write a sentence here. Back to sentences, word problems. For 21 lines, oh, I let you use numbers in your sentences, don't I? For 21 lines, the cost is $53.25. Our second answer. Okay. Anybody have any questions on this one? Okay, let's go to the back side. We're going to do one more. This one you will not find in the book, or this is one I just added. The cost to stay in a deck is a linear function of the deck's area. So in other words, the total cost to stay in this deck depends on how big the deck is. Okay? So the cost to stay in 100 square foot is $150. And the cost to stay in 400 square feet is $525. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that represents the cost as a function of the area. So cost is going to be be our y value, and the area is gonna be our x value. Cost as a function of the area controls how much cost it will be. So we need some points. And even though they didn't give us a table this time, anybody know how many points you think we could set up from this?
100 square foot, that would be the X value. And then $150 would be the Y.
Okay, there's 1 point. Okay, somebody else want to give another one, or is there, hopefully there's another one, because they didn't give us anything, any other.
What you say?
No, okay, somebody else.
400 square feet is 500.
So we have 400, ordered pair 400, 525. Okay, you find the slope, because you know how. Decide which one's gonna play which role, and find the slope of this line. And today, because we're not graphing, divide them out. Instead of leaving them as fractions, go ahead and divide them out.
We don't have to graph in the homework.
No, we're not gonna graph them homework either. Okay, when you're done getting the slope, will you look up and see if you and I agree? Okay. Well, then the next thing we need is to do point slope form, so we're gonna use M being 1.25. And we need to use one of our points. I kind of like the 100, 150 better. I don't know, it just seems friendlier. It's got more zeros in it. So now go ahead and do your point slope form. I wrote something, I'm kind of running out of room. I have mine, when you're done, look up and see if we agree. Slope intercept form. Does anybody agree with me? Yeah? A couple people done, I'm ready to agree. Okay, this time we do have to tell what the slope and the y-intercept are. We have to write it out. So B, part B, identify the slope and tell what it represents. What is our slope? 1.25. That's 1.25 of what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Off to, let's do this. M equals, and that's $1 and 25 cents per what? So the cost of the y values, and remember, y's are upstairs in slope, x's are downstairs. What's the x in this one? Per square foot. So area. So per square foot. So now that'll help us write our sentence. The cost to stain the deck is $1.25 for each. Now we're not going to abbreviate here. Square foot. Cost to stain the deck is $1.25 for each square foot. Okay, in part C, it says identify the y-intercept and tell what it represents. That's our b value. Also, the y value of an ordered pair when x is 0, so we just have to worry about the y. So what is our b value, first of all? 25. Our b value is 25. And the y's are what? Dollars or square feet? What are the y's? Are they dollars or square feet? They're dollars. The y's are the dollars. Okay, identify the y-intercept, how would it represent? So the y-intercept is $25, so we're going to say what? What does that mean then? A one-time cost? We don't know what it's for. Maybe it's, for the stain or something, who knows? A one-time cost to stain the deck.
Would that actually be like upfront though?
It's kind of like an upfront cost, yeah. You can call it that. I like that. An upfront cost. Let's change it to that. I like that. An upfront cost to stain the deck is $25. You're only going to pay it one time. So, I don't know, maybe they rented a piece of equipment or who knows what it's about. Was it, one of those sprayers? $25 would be expensive to rent that?
No, that's not expensive, is what I was saying.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah.
Like right there.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable, isn't it? Okay, part D, how many square feet can be stained if there is $275 to spend? Be careful, we always look at it and see what is it you're solving for and what do you know. Are we solving for the x value or are we solving for the y value? Do we know the x value or do we know the y value? We don't know the x because the x, remember, is square feet. That's our x value. It says how many square feet can be stained if you have $275 to spend. That's our y value. So this time, let's write our equation down first. This time, we're going to substitute in for the y value, not the x value. And we have to solve the equation for x instead. So what's going to be our first move here?
Times the 1.25 by 275.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Subtract the 25.
Subtract the 25. We're going to get the 25 out of there. Subtract 25 from both sides. What does the left side become?
250.
250. Now what do we do? Divide by 1.25. Kind of like saying, how many times can you take $1.25 out of $250? A few. should equal 200. So 200 equals x. And that's, remember, x is representing what? Dollars or square feet? Square feet. So let's just put that underneath it so we remember that, because now we'll write our sentence. Anybody want to state how we should write our sentence? What should we write? If you have $275 to spend, you can stain a deck with 200
You can
square.
stain that has.
There you go, I like that better. You can stain a 200 square foot deck. That's a good way to put it. You guys are always better at this than me. Remember, we write out the word square foot though. No abbreviations going on there. So if you have $275 to spend, you can stain a 200 square foot deck. Good job. Okay, this is the kind of thing that you will be seeing in your homework and the 4 problems that you have to do. So go ahead and leave these notes out so you have them to guide you. Get out loosely, and let's get started on the homework. You have about 15 minutes, a little more than that.